So hi, today is 2nd of August 2026 and currently it's 9:40 p.m. So I was just recently thinking, just now thinking about how much my life has got lonely after finishing the school, and I was just introspecting like why just after finishing school I started more of on feeling lonely most of the time during the day. Even though I have people around, even though I have things going on in my life, still I feel a lot of lonely. And I was just introspecting what can be the reason behind this. In 2026, especially, I read a lot of stuff, and from where I got to know that, especially if we talk about men, then they are getting more and more lonely. Like there was a stats where men hardly have friends around them, especially except one or two. And I was thinking why, and I was looking back to my life, like how my life has changed after finishing my school. So during the school, when I was in school, I used to enjoy my life at the fullest. Like I don't even used to realize how fast the days were passing by, years were passing by, and like it was just like this. And even though at that time when I was in school, there were no technology around us, especially me and my siblings, because there were no smartphones around us, hardly keypad. We saw the evolution of phone during our school time, and only thing we had for entertainment was television, which was new in our house. And other than that, every other thing we used to do was either play outdoor games in our gully or in our cricket ground or at our home. We used to do some random shit. I used to specially do like opening up the toys or anything, or like doing other stuff at our home outside of technology. Those were the time where I used to feel most alive, and I used to find myself most lively. So after finishing school, like this is, I'm talking about most of the people, especially in India. If you talk about, until if they are good enough or they have a good luck, then they do their schooling, and during their school time they enjoy their life. Like one of the main most important thing which I noticed during our childhood was that it doesn't matter how much negative the situation is, we always used to find positive out of it, and we used to live to the fullest. Like even though I studied in a above average school, and there was some things which need to be worked on, but still we used to enjoy. Like we didn't care about how was our school, how was our surrounding. We used to enjoy, and we used to live in our own world. And if you are even an average student in India, then you have probably gone to school until 8th or 10th, finished the schooling. After you finish school, especially as a, I don't want to like categorize or something like that, but especially if you are a male, then after finishing school, then you come to the real life, and everything in your life after that is based on your merit. Even the amount of respect you get in society and everything around you revolves around the merit you have or things you have achieved in your life. Until you start earning, the most important question in your life is what are you doing, which college especially you are studying in, and based on that college, each one of your friends or peers or like elders around you would be giving you the respect. Like you can see from their faces, if you are studying in a tier 3 college, then you can see how they are treating you, and if you are studying in a tier 1 top college in India, then you can see how much respect they are giving you, how they are treating differently to you, especially from others who are not in the top tier college. And after finishing school, if you are average young man who is not that good looking, that their looks only works and do wonders in terms of dating or something like that, and you don't have a good physique, or you don't have that 6 foot height, a height mark, and you don't know how to talk to the opposite gender, females, then you would struggle in dating itself also. Like most of the people which I saw around myself were shy. They don't know how to talk. Still, even now, they don't know how to talk to other gender. They are shy. They are not that much good looking. Neither they are the top tier. elite, they are doing stuff in their life. So you would struggle in dating at that terms also, as I mentioned, in every aspect of your life after you finish with the school, because school is something where your merit doesn't matter a lot, because it mostly matters the amount or the status of your family. If you are above average and your family has a good decent money, then that they will decide the school life, how, like, what school life would you get. But once you finish the schooling, then everything around you, even your love life or your financial life or life in general, would depend upon your merit. In any aspect of life, you have to be extraordinary to command the respect in your surrounding. Especially I have seen this thing, that the amount of money or salary you earn will decide the amount of respect you will get in society from the people, and that would also decide how much you can speak to a person and how much you can command the authority or anything like that. So this video I was just wanted to record because I was trying to understand why most of the time I felt lonely, because I feel life in general, if you are a young man, especially recently passed after out from school, then you have to do something exceptional or good enough, especially based on your merit. You have to make efforts to be in that surrounding where you can feel alive. Like good call, if you want to live a good college life, then you have to make things work on your own. And the problem with this is that hardly 10% of the population qualify for the tier 1 college life, which 90% of the students who are applying for those colleges are dreaming of. Lakhs of people apply for thousands of seats, which is almost 10 to 20% of the selection rate. And every each one of the student who is applying dream of living that life, college life. So that's the difference. Like in reality, I would also say that there's a big loophole in our education system. I would say our system is almost majorly shit, because it doesn't prioritize the things which student need at the earliest level. Especially like when I was in school, we had a batch of 30 students, 28 to be exact, 27 or 28, it used to revolve around that, till 10th. The only focus during the school was on studies, nothing else. Yes, we had few things till 6th or 7th, but until we reached 8th and 9th, things got serious because our boards arrived and everything started revolving around the scores and studies. But I guarantee you, out of 28 students of that batch, even more than 70 to 80% students were not made for studies. Like they had some unique talent in their own lives, maybe in sports, dancing, or something like that, but they never get time or someone encourage them to realize their potential and work on their art. Instead, they were forced to study and just get good marks so that they can get a good college, so that in at the end they could get a decent job. So I feel this is one of the also disadvantage of living in third world or second world, whatever we say. So the situations are like these after finishing school, and especially during the school, make most of the students struggle after school because they never had something close to their heart which they could practice and keep after finishing the school. Like if someone who had a good dancing skills and he was encouraged during the school and had got enough opportunities that he could make career in dancing, then even after school he would have continued that thing. But as soon as he finished the school, the first thing comes in their mind and the parents' mind is to get into a good college instead of helping and figuring him out what he wants to do. Even until now, 2026, no one gives a shit about that. So these all factors contribute to one thing, which is that most of the people, when they finish school, they don't have command of their own life decision on their in their own hand, and they don't do what they were made to do, or they dreamt of doing. They do the typical way of studying and getting job, and that's why they feel very lonely inside. I feel genuinely that if you are a man, then if you are feeling lonely, then the one of the main reason of you feeling lonely is that you haven't discovered yet what you want to do in your life, what's the purpose of your life, or you have figured it out and you are not doing that, which may be the reason that you don't have enough courage to do that and follow your goal, purpose in your life. if you have something going in your life, then you will never feel lonely because you have stuff going around constantly. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. And I don't know what I spoke until now, but I spoke something which I was just thinking. So that's it, and bye.